Yo, what's up, buddies? Happy Friday. Welcome to Big Picture 7 Promotions, Baby Blue Blockbuster Puff. The very first episode, I'm gonna break down 2100, my Big Picture number 4 in this live stream, and I'm gonna talk about it basically. And we're gonna do this for the rest of the Big Pictures as well. So 2100 is today, and hopefully this weekend we'll break down Inversal, and next week, one of the weekdays, we'll break down King Payment. And then there's going to be a lot of episodes of Baby Blue promotions, so do look forward to it. And yeah, why not waste? I hope you enjoyed the Baby Blue teaser, which was released on Wednesday. It's been 2 days, and I'm getting positive response from my friends and well-wishers. And I really loved the teaser, and I think that last dialogue, I didn't mean that. I mean, I didn't expect it to be a huge hit like noise pollution, but then it has come out well, and many people are appreciating that particular ending of the teaser where it shows the character of Kit Kat. And actually, I was expecting Lady Candy's role to be the highlight of the teaser, but then somehow unintentionally, Kit Kat's character has also been magnified. But then it's kind of I'll take it. You know, it's my character, so any appreciation towards my character is also good. But then the highlight of the teaser was supposed to be Lady Candy, because I have not revealed the face. It's going to be a mysterious character, and the duration of the movie is around 33, I think 33 or 34 minutes. And Lady Candy will be her face will be revealed in the movie around 15th or 16th minute, I guess. Yeah, so it's like half the movie she'll not be shown, like even the face. So that's the highlight of Lady Candy, and it's going to be one of the magnificent characters, like in those Tarantino movies. And I've for the first time I made a proper use of a female cast, and the characters come out really well. So she's like the lady villain, and very few movies in Hollywood or any other industries you'll get to see a lady villain, and it's one of those movies where we have a lady villain, and it's come out really well. So yeah, I will talk more about Baby Blue in upcoming episodes, but today's episode it's gonna be only 2100. So let's watch 2100 in the live stream, and I'll break down whenever I want to talk about it. I'll just stop the movie, and I'll give you some behind the scenes insights. Okay, let me just check the sound. Baby Blue and upcoming. Yes, let's not waste time. Let's get to 2100. Actually, I stopped this animation way back, so I don't want people to be watching this clip and then subscribing. That it should be on their own volition. So let them subscribe on their own. If the content is good, people will obviously subscribe. Yeah, this movie was highly inspired by the book, The Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud, and this is one of his quotes. So I think the almost all my previous big pictures have been inspired by books that I've read, and Baby Blue is the only movie where it's not inspired by any book. It's just inspired by movies that I've watched. And this is one of my favorite quotes. The only person with whom you have to compare yourself is you in the past. So a lot of people compare with others, and they see that their lifestyle or their status is kind of inferior to others, and then they tend to get depressed, sad. So that's really bad. The only person you have to compare is yourself in the past, and your goal should be yourself in the future. How I'm going to be in 5 years, 10 years. So this is one of the quotes that reminds this thought process and makes you humble, to make you it helps not getting sad or depressed. So that's why I kept it in the movie. I think this is one of the, I mean, in this movie there's no prologue scene or pre-title scene. I just start the credits when the movie starts. I think I was not experienced, right? So as I made more and more movies, I realized, you should have some segment before the title credits to make it interesting.
And one pill makes you small, and the ones
And this is one of my favorite songs, White Rabbit. It's like, if you want me to choose one song as my favorite, I'll choose this song, White Rabbit.
when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits,
It's kind of like 15 chapter story. I have shrink to this word exposition. It's a story that I wrote, LCN device 2100. So there's a protagonist character, and he's against this technology, and he gets to use this LCN device to fight the technology and the robots. So it's a very huge story. It's kind of novella that I was writing at that point of time. I have not yet completed that novella or short story, but then I wanted to do a movie out of it, and I had shrunk it to a level where it can be fit into a short film. So that's what it's like, 3 or 4 sentences. I have tried to give the best gist of the whole story or novella, and then there were a lot of modification done for this short film. The story is completely different. It's a dystopian, and it's very dark, and there's not much cinematic elements in the story. It's like a novel, dark dystopian novel, and I'm still writing it. I would like to finish it and publish it as a novel. Let's see if I get time.
and you know you're going to fall. Tell 'em a hookah, smoking caterpillar has given you.
This is my favorite segment of the movie. I had to do a lot of googling, research, which year, which invention was born, and then I had to put it up for the movie. It's like a repository for me.
And you just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving. Go ask Alice, I think she'll know. When logic and proportion have fallen slowly dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's off with her head. Remember what the Donald said. Feed your head. Feed your head.
Obviously, this pic is inspired by the previous pic, Steve Jobs introducing iPhone, and that was the whole idea. LCM device. Someone in the future, the CEO of that company, Avocado, is introducing LCM device. That's going to be a breakthrough. It's like a device that's never before seen. So when iPhone released, it was a huge sensation. When Mac, the desktop, released, it was a huge sensation. So I wanted this device invention and release to be a sensational stuff. That's why the lengthy segment, and I think I did not get much complaints. This portion where we are saying this year this particular huge device and sensational device was introduced, telegram, telephone, computer, internet network. So all these were needed to set the story just up until this point. So we had to look back at the huge and sensational discoveries and inventions throughout the history of humankind from the 18th century, and I wanted that to be a very huge thing. So if I had the resources, I would have done some montages, but then I just got some pics, and along with this music, it felt grand. And so I had to establish that in the 2080 this guy released LCN device, and it was a huge breakthrough and huge invention for mankind, especially getting to know about yourself, your dreams, and you can actually live in those dreams of your So that's a huge device, right? If somebody invents that, it's going to be a major thing. So that's what I wanted to establish in this segment, and this music, White Rabbit song, helped me a lot. And obviously, this is one of my favorite segments. I would always, rather than the whole movie, I like to visit this portion again and again and see, like, you tend to forget which year which device was invented. So I used to revisit this segment and watch like the inventions of humankind. That's very inspiring. And yeah, even though I could not become a scientist, and discover a new device or invent a new device, I have made a movie that captures the sensational inventions of humankind. So that is something to be proud of.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only.
So this place, a lot of people asked, where did you capture all these montages? Mostly, it's a place called Jigani outside Bangalore, almost out on the outskirts, and this is a developing area. So that's why there were a lot of deserted streets inside this community, and it actually looked like a place where people had abandoned, but it's actually a developing area. So you tend to see a lot of streets like this.
Friend, the end of our elaborate
All these,
plans, the
yes,
end
you can see the house plots and.
of
We didn't know the LGN device had such potential. We promoting it as the new age mushroom. It was a joke, alright. But it ended up being exactly that. Just a
It's 2100 is one of the critical and close to heart the movie, because this is Avinash, and he is the reason I started, or I came into the arts field, and I wanted to do something like movies, acting, and we both started a group called AuguR. It's still there. It has a YouTube channel and it does theaters and a lot of stuff. So we both, just two members, two friends, started this whole thing of trying to do something creative, and I was able to give him a good role, not a very elaborate role, but then he was just wanting to help me out, and he was okay to play this small role in the prologue, like a friend of this scientist and the CEO of Avocado. So he did a really good job. The only thing I felt and I regret is that I couldn't give him a full-fledged lead character, rather than it's a supporting character. So he's pretty busy. But I'm really happy in this movie. I was able to make him act, and I was really, really happy because he's one of the reasons I'm in this creative field now. And YouTube movies all happen because of him, and I was able to give this particular beautiful character to him in this movie.
year after the LGN device release, people started chasing the rabbits, going down the rabbit hole. They became addicted to it, spending most of their time sleeping, living in a dream state, People started hating the real world, the harsh reality of it. They needed an escape. And the LGN device did exactly that. It literally made their dreams come true. And Richard, well, Professor Richard Wilson never saw it coming. Being the director of AuguR, I tried to warn him, told him that it's gonna be a major disaster, told him that it could trigger the end of humanity. And that is what has exactly happened now.
And obviously, Professor Richard Wilson character is inspired by Steve Jobs, and I kind of forgot, but it's majorly inspired by Steve Jobs, that character.
The professor was ambitious. He wanted to create a new world. A world full of dreams, he would say. A world in the dreams. The Alcyon device is undeniably the greatest invention of humankind. People were supposed to use it for improving their lives, their innate nature, their character, their moral values. But sadly, it has been exploited, compromised, and used wrongly. Our planet, the Earth, what was supposed to be a dream world, is now a world in sleep.
This is one of those kickin' badass title moment, and I think after this, Baby Blue will be best. Baby Blue will be the best of all the title scenes, but then until Baby Blue, I feel even after Universal and King Payment and Bale and Last Copy of Sapiens, Doll Doctor, considering all the big pictures, 6 big pictures that I've done, 2100 as one of the best title moments. So he says the whole world is in sleep, and we launched this title where it kind of sets this dystopian, sadistic tone for the whole world. And if you see that credits was kind of written exposition, establishing the invention of that device, the significance of that invention, and then this segment where this character Alan Grant, the financial advisor or CFO of Avocado, is explaining that the professor took wrong decisions. He created a huge, brilliant device, but then he took wrong decision, and it has led to the downfall of humanity. It kind of establishes the world where 2100 moves around, and then we launched this title with a sadistic tone. It's that gravity is felt in this title. That's why I like this title.
Your dream world is now a world in sleep.
This is Manchanbale Dam near Savandurga. I can see the Savandurga hill. So that 2 hills are, that is Savandurga. It's a famous trekking point inside Karnataka, in the outskirts of Bangalore. It's a popular place for kids, families, and a lot of people go there for trekking. It's a small trek, but it's very difficult because it's a stone, and it's the largest monolith rock in Asia. And somehow my friend Akshay found this spot exactly overlooking Savandurga hills, and then this was a good spot to shoot. We shot there whole day, and it was 3 dream scenes. So basically this outdoor scene was dream scene, and 2100 was the first movie where we went outdoors for shooting for short films. And before that I have no experience shooting outside, but this was really good. So we did not have any dialogues, that's a advantage, but then still we spent around one whole day shooting dream scenes without dialogue, just some very mild combat scenes and chasing scenes. And it took really a lot of effort. One whole day drained our energy, and I really doubted my capabilities of direction. How could you handle, you usually get tired, but then I thought that okay, maybe if you're doing a feature film, you'll have more assistant directors and more workers to help you around. We were just 3 guys, and in the morning Akshay and his brother helped out, but then afternoon they went, and so it was just me, I, Avinash, and Bhargav. So 3 of us shot the whole day, and we completed the outdoors shoot, which was just dream scenes. It came out really well. And one of the feedback I got is dream scenes could have been color graded in a different way, but then I was not experienced in editing by that time, so it was a learning. And if you see Universal, I would have got through that feedback and I made that correction. So the dream scenes were made black and white in Universal. So that was a feedback from this movie. So there should be a differentiation between the reality and the dream. So that was corrected in Universal. If you watch Universal, you'll note that difference, that dream scenes will be black and white. Hopefully this weekend we'll decode Universal, right? So let's look at that by then. Here comes the actual protagonist, or what do you say, is a popular protagonist. So this character was supposed to be played by me, but then I had to do a long monologue scene and I was not confident to give it to any other actor, and I thought I could pull it off better and I can play as the professor better than anyone else, and that's why I took up the professor role. But then this role was based on Rajnikant, my inspiration, and especially Endiran Robot. It was such a character inspired by Rajnikant's robot role, and I seriously, even now, I regret missing out this character. But then Bhargav did really good. His performance really good, and whenever I meet someone, they appreciate this character from 2100. That guy, the robot guy, he acted very well. And thing is, he did not have any dialogues, just stern-faced, and then not much expressions, and he did a beautiful performance. And it's really difficult to pull off a robot role. You really have to perform well, or else people might not believe you. But then with all this jacket and sunglasses and his expressions, stone-faced expressions, he really pulled it off, and everybody believed that he's a robot. And that was really, that's the power of good writing. And you write it, and when you convey it in narrative, thrilling narrative, you tend to pull the audience, and you make them not make them think much, but believe what they are seeing. These are like absolutely brilliant shots. This is how an entry of a protagonist, hero, or villain, the antagonist, should be. In this case, he is the antagonist of the movie, or the second, or what do you say, equivalent lead character to Professor. So his role was kind of pumped up, I guess, and that's why it was popular. Seriously, when I watch now, I find that mistake. The transition between dream scenes and reality scenes definitely needed a color grading. But then, still, good movie. Learning that I did. This is me, Professor Richard Wilson, formerly the CEO and founder of AuguR, the inventor of LCN device, the Dream Mission. And you just witnessed my death. And many folks who watched this movie, they keep on asking me where was this location shot, because it looks kind of seriously futuristic. If you see here, it's like a, what do you call, triangle shaped pod bed. I should thank Bhargav. It is Bhargav's home. As I said, it's Jigani plays outside Bangalore, in the outskirts of Bangalore, and it's his own home. And it's one of those bedrooms, and they had designed their own home with such kind of brilliant interior design. And this was one of the one such place where it had a triangular carved out bed inside the wall. And when I visited his home for the first time, I decided this is where professor hideout should be, and this is where all the scenes should be shot. And he was very generous to give his home for the shoot. And again, one whole day we spent in his home, and all the fight scenes and professor's hideout scenes, one whole day we shot it, and it came out brilliantly. And that's why people who are watches this movie, they keep on asking. It really looks futuristic, this triangular shaped bed, pod shaped. And I must thank Bhargav Kumar, my friend, for this generous offer of offering his home for the shoot. Yes, the dream mission. And you just witnessed my death, not in real life, but in my dream life. I spent my entire life studying about dreams and how to decode them. I didn't have dreams to achieve in my life. My whole life was inside the dreams. Dreams are magical. They can unveil your past and predict your future. In this case, my dreams were predicting the future. Teddy, replay and analyze my dream.
Processing dream sequences.
There's a bounty on my head. So in order to show this sequence in the iPad, so obviously we had to shoot the outdoor scenes first, which is what we did. 1 week prior to this shoot, we did the outdoor scenes, and I had the shots and scenes stitched together, edited, and I got it into this iPad so that it's playable on this iPad. So the planning was good. So 1 day outdoor shoot, 1 day indoor shoot, and then cover up the movie. And the last LCD device, which is in my possession now. It's funny, 20 years back, I was the one who introduced the LCD device. So this is the scene I am talking about. This is a monologue where I talk for around 2.5-3 minutes without any cut, and I did like 60 takes alone at my home, and I was really hesitant to give it to a different character, and I wanted to pull this off by myself, and that's why I took Professor character and I gave Bhargav the robot character. Beautiful, isn't it? Unfortunately, this is year 2080, and we do not have such stakes in our planet right now. It's a pity. We used up Earth's resources, spoiled it, and left it to rot like hell. So there is nothing much left in this reality for you to enjoy. But there's plenty of stuff still hidden inside you. You see, over the last 2 centuries, we've seen some of the greatest inventions. Telegram, telephone, airplane, internet, etc., etc. We invented so many devices to interact between us, but not a single device to interact within ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Professor Richard Wilson, the CEO and founder of AuguR, and I'm here to introduce the LCN device. The LCN device is a dream machine that will help you decode your dreams and also to live within them. Did I say it right? Yep. You can live your dreams. What you see here is a chip, the LCN chips. All you have to do is place the LCN chip on your forehead before you go to sleep. And when you're sleeping, the LCN chip will capture the mind waves, which includes your dreams. And then when you wake up, your dream will be processed and ready for viewing in your LCN tab. You can watch your dreams, you can decode it, and most importantly, you can configure it to reproduce it again so that you can live your dreams. The LCN tab doesn't come with the LCN chip. You have to buy it separately. And the LCN device, the dream machine, will be on sale this summer. Thank you. Almost 2.5 minutes. It's been 20 years since this historical event. From a billionaire, I become a fugitive, running from the law and hiding away the only LCN device left in this world. What was supposed to be the greatest invention ever in the history of humanity became a blemish, people started to use my device to live in their own dream world. And that's when things went mayhem. I was sued from all ends and criminally charged for inventing the LCN device. All this setup was in his home, this punching bag, the dumbbells, and all the gym kit. So I just made use of the location, his home. They blame me for destroying the livelihood of humans. They even accused me of triggering the end of humanity. I had no other option but to run away from the law. Run away deep into the woods and create a hideout that no one can track down. And between every movie, subsequent movies, I want to show a difference in the appearance. So this was a planned one where I want to have a ponytail as the aged professor, but then during 2080 when he's launching the LCN device, I wanted him to have the Steve Jobs look with a round lens, and his hairstyle is kind of almost like Steve Jobs in his 1980s. So that was a really good look, and this look was also good. Right now, my problem is not running from the law, but this damn stranger who keeps coming in my dreams and killing me. I have no idea who this stranger is, or what does he stand for. The only world where I was peaceful is being disturbed now. Another dream scene. This we shot around 2 o'clock. Sun is on top of us. It was burning hot, scorching. Just 3 guys, okay? Bhargav, I, and Avinash. Avinash is doing the camera work. And look at this guy. This guy had to wear a jacket, sunglasses. He was like cooking like a microwave oven. And gloves, even gloves. But he never complained, After the shoot, he told me, like, I had to wear the jacket in mid-sun, midday scorching sun. Yeah, there could have been sound effects could have been better here, but then inexperience. You can actually see myself, Maddie, holding the camera in his sunglasses. The first time when you watch it, you will not notice, but then when you look closer, I think you'll be able to see myself holding the camera. No matter how many times I run the dream, I'm not able to figure out who the hell this stranger is. And whoever he is destroying my peace. Next comes my favorite segment, the greatest villain of all times. This is me doing the camera work. This is again Bhargav's home.
Incoming message from United Alliance. Located Professor's hideout. Broadcasting the latitude and longitude. Mission: kill the professor and retrieve the Elysian device safely.
This is an uplifting moment in the movie where, until now, this character has been appearing in the dreams of Professor. So everybody's curious. Even the Professor is curious. In the audience will be curious who is this character and why he has to kill the Professor. Why he comes in the dreams always. Why is he chasing him? Why is he killing him? And this segment establishes who is that character. He's a robot. It's called Hbot. and they have taken over the world, like almost like how equivalent to humans, they are holding positions in different jobs. And this particular robot, the HBot James Kirk, is occupying this commander-in-chief position, and he's given the assignment of going after the professor and securing the last LCN device. So it is one of the critical moments in the movie that lifts and makes the audience, gives that amazement factor. Okay, he's this character, he's going after the professor for so and so reason. So it's a very critical moment.
This is me, HBot's Commander-in-Chief, James Kirk. We are the humanoids, or simply called as the HBots.
It's by
The second half of the 21st century also saw the advent of robots. We were not just machines, but robots, created in the image of our gods, the humans. We had to abide by our gods, our creators, the indispensable humans. That was our second law. A humanoid must obey the orders from assigned humans. And so, for more than 20 years, we did odd jobs that was a disgrace to the HBots community. After nearly half a century, I have acquired the significant Commander-in-Chief position. And I am the first ever HBot in the world to carry out a military mission on behalf of the United Alliance Front. This is a highly critical mission, and it is an opportunity for us, the HBots, to prove to the humans the true potential of humanoids.
This is a brilliant example of zero budget movie, this particular segment where we are establishing the humanoid HBot, we could have spent lots of money. If we had producer, if we had funding, it could have been an half an hour or 45-minute segments where we are establishing this character and the roles that it's basically. When I played Detroit PS4 game, so the whole movie was about this segment. So they have been doing a maid job, cook job, bus conductor job. So many jobs have been taken over by robots, and this particular segment could have been elaborated to 40 minutes. And when I get the funding, I think my first movie will be about, first feature length will be 2100, and this is a beautiful movie. And yes, the screenplay is a good example. The screenplay should be in a way stacked in a way that the scenes are elevating one by one, and you do not get that dull moment. So when you are bringing the energy level down, it has to be for a purpose like emotion, establishing the emotions of the character or his motive or something. But then the screenplay should be stacked like a steps, elevated steps, one scene after another. It has to keep lifting the movie, and that's what this scene did. It kind of overcome the previous scenes, and it gave this villain, this is the villain and he's coming to capture the protagonist, the professor, and the next scene is a beautiful art. So we have established both the characters, professor, the intelligent man who created LCN device, and then this robot who has all the powers and intelligence as well, is coming to meet the professor, kill him and retrieve the LCN device. And the climax is absolutely brilliant climax. Let's watch it. Rattle. I was determined to find out who this stranger was, trying to figure out what my future holds. I ran my dreams again and again so that I could read some clues that I missed. Tonight, I'm gonna find out who I... Teddy, kickstart, lucid dream in my rank stage 4 sleep. Yeah, I think if you're wondering who is Teddy, Teddy is the AI maintaining the home. And again, it's just a one room, one view concept here I did. But then if you have funding, producer, you could have made it into a huge home. We could have more scenes establishing the technology in the home. There is this book called Demon Seed. So this lady is having this highly technologically advanced home where it does everything and it has an AI. Like how Iron Man's Jarvis, the AI system. So that's how I wanted Teddy to be. but then zero budget. So we kind of showed only this triangular pod. If we had funding, we would have shown the whole movie, and this Jarvis kind of AI concept Teddy would have been amazing.
Configuring your REM cycle to incorporate lucid dream. Good night and sweet dreams, Professor.
I specifically wanted 3 dream sequences, and this. But after 2 dream sequences, you know that this guy is a robot, right? James Kirk is the guy who comes in the professor's dream as a robot. So the 3rd dream scene will be establishing him as a robot. So you see, we would show some standing sequences here. I think here you'll get that scanning found the professor something. Yeah. Frankly, I could have made this movie for half an hour. I'm just feeling it now. 25 minutes is not. This is absolutely a brilliant performance. When we were taking this particular shot where he's kind of, avoiding the bullets. I mean, the bullet doesn't injure or harm him. So we did like 3 takes, and he was like kind of figuring out what kind of expression or how he should react. It was kind of funny that time, but the 3rd take he did absolutely brilliant. And if you've seen the making scenes, you would have definitely watched those other 2 takes. He kind of did it like a funny way, but then 3rd take he figured it out, and expressions are also absolutely brilliant.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Breach in security. Unknown identity entering the surroundings.
Teddy, secure the doors.
Locking down all doors.
It was high ground, so Bhargav was not okay to jump from the water tower, and even I tried jumping, but it was risky. So we kind of cut out that shot where he's jumping, and we kind of moved, or you say transition between the professor and robot, and gave an illusion that he jumped from that place. It's risky.
Did I say I love music? Especially when it's time for a hunt.
Yeah, Hbot, this particular Hbot loves music. I did not establish it fully or thoroughly, but then it worked out when we played this final music in the climax.
I gotta listen to a good music.
This was our first fight scene in any short films or big pictures or short movies, so it's an amateur stuff, but then it came out with that cinematic punch sound effects. It kind of made it realistic. I would say not realistic, but then cinematic, and those sound effects really helped elevate the scenes, this particular fight combat scene. And Bhargav was having fever, but then still he cooperated and did those back-to-back punches, and you would see in the making that he kind of suffered a lot. His hands were in pain, but the movie, the scene came out really well. And this particular shot, the robot kind of feels, instead of killing the professor, we can use the LCN device, the dream mission, and learn a lot more from humans, and completely take over the world. Why to serve under humans? Already it is having that problem with the humans. We have been serving like subordinates, servants for humans. Why not be masters? Why not rule the whole world? So it kind of thinks that particular thought process, and then decides, let's not kill the professor, let's take the LCN device and let's use the professor to understand the psychology of humans, find out the deep secrets inside the human society, community, or the history, and then use that knowledge to take over the world. So that's the idea, that it's not killing the professor, and it takes the professor away and goes somewhere. And 2100 is one of my favorite movies, also my fans' favorite, because during gaming live streams, many folks have asked me when is the prequel or sequel, when is the second part of 2100 is coming out. It's one of those huge hit among my viewers and friend circle, and people still ask me when is the second part of 2100, and no other movies have achieved this level of popularity and the impact that it left audience wanting what is going to happen. The robot has taken the professor and it has gone somewhere. What's going to happen after that? So they were really curious, and that level of impact I don't think any other big pictures has had. But let's see, Baby Blue is going to be one such film, and I'm ending it on a very high note, leaving the audience wanting for more. Let's see how it pans out. This was one shot we tried, okay, where me being chased by the robot. Let's take a point of view, or the front view, where I'm running, and it's me being chased by the robot. Let it be this kind of shot, but then it did not work out. There was a lot of shaking, and it will be obviously seen that I'm the one holding the camera, so we kind of discarded this shot. I kind of rolled a lot of times. I just showed 2 or 3 times in the making video. Look at my pants. This was the shot. So he was trying to figure out. Yeah. So we both kind of reversed the stance. We both made suggestions. We figured out when to throw the punches, who to throw the punches, and what kind of movements. So it really came out well. I know I'm going to get punched, so it cannot be avoided by subconscious mind, right? So when you're rehearsing, you know that you're going to be punched, so you obviously kind of expect that. It should be, for the movie's sake, it should be kind of not expecting. This particular shot, I took around 60 takes.
Come on!
And thank God nobody was around. I was the only one person shooting.
Left it to rot. Like
time was being wasted.
Rot, man. Fuck you. And I'm here to introduce. Ladies and gentlemen.
Obviously, the movie inspirations are Inception, Interstellar, iRobot, Oblivion. The opening prologue was inspired by Interstellar prologue scene. iRobot is basically Bhargav's character chasing the human. Inception is the dream. I'm always inspired by dreams and movies that is based on dreams, and Inception is one damn good movie. And 2100 is like my toy movie for watching Inception. And then Robot, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Endiran also, yeah. Rajnikant's first robot movie, Endiran, and then Oblivion, Tom Cruise movie where he's kind of, doesn't know that he's kind of clone. I think somehow I made that concept here as well.
Take 28. Roll camera, rolling, roll sound, rolling,
And action.
action.
Yep, I always try to make concept movies. I'm fascinated by concepts, not much drama or what do you say, slow moving. So I can watch those kind of genre movies, but then when I'm making a movie, I want it to be a concept. And the base layer will be always thriller. On top of it, I can add science fiction, crime, horror, but then it's always going to be a thriller movie. I think I'm fascinated by enchanting and captivating concepts. So that's what I'm trying to do. Make short films or big pictures that is based on a concept. When I get the funding or resources, I'm gonna convert into a feature length movie of 1.5 hours or 2 hours. But it's gonna be a long process. I have to make like 10 or 15 short films, and until then, I don't think I'll be getting any funding. So I have to produce my own movies, and Baby Blue is a wonderful concept. It's as shown in the teaser. I have told the whole story in the teaser itself. It's between Interpol and Sugar Babies, a drug gang, international mafia drug gang. So Interpol, Sugar Babies, a Tom and Jerry game, and it's highly inspired by characters. So there's 4 characters: Lady Candy, the boss, and then Kit Kat, Henry, the monitors monitoring the day-to-day businesses, and then Worker Bee, Dr. Goobers, inspired by Breaking Bad, Walter White. So it's about characters, and then there's a good story around these characters, background plots, and twists and turns. So it's a very good movie. I think it's the longest movie that I've made. It's around 33 minutes. It has beaten the records of King Payment, and along with the making, it has come up to 40 minutes. So it's going to be a 40 minutes runtime. The whole video of Baby Blue in the channel is going to be 40 minutes, and please make sure that you have a smart TV or TV with a sound system, and without any interruptions. You watch the 40 minutes. I'm sure it's not going to be dull anywhere. There are 4 scenes. There are only 4 scenes. Pre-title scene, and then after the title 3 scenes. So each scene is stacked in a way that it outperforms the previous scene. There's going to be a dance scene. I have not revealed anything in the teaser about the dance. So there's a whole scene with just dance, no dialogues much. So I have watched it already. It's really wonderful. And dance scene will be a highlight scene in the movie. And as I said, Lady Candy's face will be revealed at the 18th or 15th minute, halfway into the movie. Until then, her face will not be revealed. That's why I have not revealed the face in the teaser as well. And the whole movie is about the characters. So do watch it. If you haven't watched the teaser, please watch it, and please share the teaser with all your friends and family. I would love some exposure for the movie. And this is Big Picture 4 2100. We did a breakdown. Hopefully this weekend I'll plan to break down Universal, and next week we'll break down King Payment, and there's going to be more videos on Baby Blue promotions. And obviously Hogwarts Legacy is dropping soon this weekend, I guess. So as soon as I install it, we're gonna do some couple of live streams for Hogwarts Legacy PS5. It's gonna be my first PS5 game, so that's going to be a special launch video as well. Do look forward to it, the gaming fans. And yeah, let's catch up in another episode of Baby Blue, Blockbuster, Puff, more Big Picture 7 promotions. Until then, you're watching Medley with Maddie. I am Maddie Dawson. Bye bye.